Hello and welcome to Pit Stop Procrastination, the pit stop for your thoughts when you just want to debrief the race. You are joined for a very special episode by Remii and Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Remii. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yep. We're at the Quadlock pop-up.
Yup. Keep going.
We are at the Quadlock pop-up to debrief all things Australia today. It's a new season, a new set of regulations, and we're kicking it all off in the best city of the world.
Yes. So this is also our very first Australian coverage that we've ever done, which is really, really exciting. So this isn't just race one. It is the start of a complete new set of regulations and a new era in Formula One. So Mercedes have come out swinging front row lockout in qualifying, then a dominant 1-2 in the race with George leading his rookie teammate Kimi. Not a bad way to start the new regulations.
No, it was pretty impressive. Ferrari looked really quick as well.
Yep.
Charles grabbed a podium and Lewis was really close behind. We love to see it. And McLaren had a much rougher weekend than we expected.
Yeah, so let's get into Australia. Zoe, what just happened?
Also, just at the top, if you hear noises kind of coming around, it's because we're at the pop-up. It's a pretty big space and so it's quite echoey and
yeah. So hopefully it sounds better than last week. If you know, you know.
Yeah, it will.
But it's really, really cool to be in here. Like this is just beautiful behind us. We'll have to insert a few shots. We have Oscar's go-kart in front of us. We have like his helmet and everything. It's amazing. Really, really special space in here.
100% all his trophies from winning, you know, like F3 and even his like Moët bottle. Is it Moët or Moet?
Moët?
A bottle
the champagne
from when he won Spa last year. So
yes.
it's pretty emotional
so cool.
To be honest.
It's really, really emotional.
We're going to hold it together.
So, there's so much to discuss. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
I guess we should say as well that we were at the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Zoe was there. Did you go on Thursday as well?
No, I went Friday after work, Saturday with you all day.
Yes.
And then Sunday as well.
It was so much fun. It was so different to other years, I feel like.
Yeah.
It felt, I don't know if bougie is the word, but it was very chic.
Yeah.
All the pop-ups were very chic and they had so much more going on outside that they normally do. Like I think they had paddle ball, is that what you call
Pickleball.
it? Pickleball, paddle ball. I'm in year 5
You're
again.
like morphing the two together, paddle and pickleball.
They had that. They had this thing that you could jump off, like all this random stuff with the Dorito Tower.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
It was like very Americanized, I thought.
Yeah.
Like
it totally
like,
was.
Oh yeah, we'll just work it out. More like
we're a thing.
Which was great.
Yeah. So that was really cool to go. Qualifying I found interesting to watch because I had a GA, so I was just like on the ground looking at the screen, looking at Brody's phone, venturing around to like different spots. So I had to kind of rewatch it a little bit when I got home so I could actually figure out what was going on. Yeah. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was. It was the best.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of going on Saturday?
I think my favorite part was when we first got there, and I think it was like the supercars going around.
Yeah.
And I just sat there and I was like to my husband, can you feel it? It feels so good.
Yeah.
Like just like being there in person and feeling the cars and hearing them has to be my favorite part.
100%.
It just makes me like tear up a bit.
You can feel it in your soul. Like, I don't know. I'm like, do normal people feel this level of happiness? Like when they hear like a motor running, it's like, that's such a weird thing.
That's literally exactly what it was. What about you, Zoe?
My favorite part was probably going with you.
Oh yeah, I should say that too.
My favorite part was going with you and just getting to hang out and you know, just I guess like getting to experience a race together properly for the first time, because I feel like all the time we talk about it, we watch it on TV, but we've never physically like been there like with these cars.
It was so special.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Oh, so true. It was really, really special. I just loved it. We had great weather, as I've been saying for like the past 4 months.
Yeah.
I heard the weather's good in Melbourne.
It was good. It was perfect conditions, not too hot, not too cold.
It was really, really good. So overall, great little AusGP experience.
100%.
Very, very fun. And obviously I was just so excited to see everything on track for the first time this year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The cars sound different, everybody, in real life
compared
to last year.
Truly.
We were trying to toss up like like what it actually was about them. You could definitely hear them moving through the gears a bit more.
Which was cool.
Yeah, and Brody, your husband, was saying like that's because they are having to use like a higher range of gears this year compared to previous years, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I found really interesting because you can definitely hear them. They sound more like electric, which you would expect. Probably a bit quieter maybe.
Oh, I was going to say 100% they have to be quieter because I had my earplugs in for supercars, F3, F2, and then F1. I was like, nah, I don't really need them, which was a little bit sad.
Well, it was kind of funny. Remii never wants this photo to see the light of day.
My ears are really sensitive, guys. I have damaged hearing. I'm starting to lose my hearing.
It's actually not a problem. Like, I don't know what you were so like, that photo had to go to you with the grave. And then I'm like, bring it up on the pod. But after the F1's finished, and then you were like, oh, fuck, the supercars are really loud. Or
it was a Porsche. Yeah. So loud. And I hadn't put my earplugs in yet. And then I was like, there's this photo of me going like this because I needed to put them in.
Yeah. Well, but I think that's like fair enough. And it's like it's such a good representation. It's like you didn't even need them for the Formula Ones, whereas you did for like the other classes.
Which I found very interesting. So yeah. Anyway, God, there's so much to talk about, guys. It's so actually ridiculous.
Okay, so we normally cover the tires, but I don't even know if it's worth it because it didn't really fucking matter, did it? Like
we didn't talk about it.
No, we don't. Like it was more about the engine.
Yep.
We can kind of breeze through practice as well.
I think so.
Just so many engine issues. And like I was working from home on Friday, so I just had it up on the TV and I was like, cool. Oscar's having issues. Lando's having issues. Like this car's turned off. That car's turned off. This person's stuck like in the middle of the road. And I was like, great, this is going to be an absolute shit show. Yeah.
That was from FP1.
Yeah.
We had some improvements.
Yeah.
As we moved along, which was good, but it was very concerning watching practice. I'm not going to lie.
100%. Kimi's crash is the only other thing like to talk about. Like that was crazy, and everyone kind of thought, no way that he, had taken part in qualifying, but they turned that car back together really quickly. Yeah, it was very impressive.
Yeah, I was really scared for that, but they were quick.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess we can move on to qualifying.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, there's just so much to cover, guys. We can't dwell on too many things.
No. Well, where do you want to start? Maybe Max's crash?
I think Max's crash.
Yeah.
I was so shocked by that. Like literally couldn't believe that happened. And I was really worried because immediately Zoe sent me a screenshot of Twitter saying that Max was going to get looked at.
Yeah.
Because he didn't let go of the steering wheel. And basically you always let go. When you're going to have a crash, they're just trained to like let go so that they don't hurt their wrist or anything. But the car, it just didn't act whatsoever in any way that Max thought it would.
No. Well, it was a software issue, was it not?
Yeah.
That caused him. So he basically he hit the brakes and it locked the rear axle up. Yeah. And it was just really scary, but it seemed like I've got some quotes here. So the software began to glitch when reading the engine speed at the motion transmitted to the rear axle during downshifting. So essentially in combating an abnormal number of revolutions, the system went into safe mode and caused the engine brake to intervene and turn immediately, causing the rear axle to lock. Yeah. And he just lost control of the car.
Yeah, it's so terrifying.
Does it not feel weird to live in a world where like a software issue causes a car to like does that not feel very like robot AI?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I know I'm just going to keep saying this all episode, but it's supposed to be like the pinnacle of motorsport F1, and it's just feeling like we're taking a bit of a step back.
Yeah, I agree.
So that wasn't really very good to hear. And, Max had a lot to say afterwards as well, which I think was the first time we ever heard Max really be emotional about these cars and about the sport in general. He said, I don't get any pleasure from driving at all, but as I said, I don't care where I qualify, at the front or where I am now. In terms of emotions and sensations, I am just empty inside.
It's crazy.
Yeah, really. Like I have goosebumps saying that out loud because we've just never really heard Max speak like that before.
No, I have some more kind of tea when we get to there later to kind of talk about how he's like coping with this, and some good radio messages as well to like kind of continue that narrative on. But he's really not happy.
No, and it was just really, really shocking to see him go out in Q1.
No good at all. But Kimi obviously made it out to quali despite all odds, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, we can talk about it. He then qualified P2, which is pretty insane when you think about the fact that like the mechanics like put the car together.
Yep.
So crazily. And Lando's like hitting the whatever it was, the fan thing on the road, and then having to come in and like there was like a red flag as they did that, which was Kimi's fault anyway. But
that was really bad. And he had 2 like leaf blower things in his car.
That was
2.
Crazy.
How do you let this happen?
They are just not prepared at all.
No, and it's really bad. And I really thought that he was going to be more like harshly penalized because, you know, Lando did hit it and he didn't kind of damage his car too bad. I think it was mainly cosmetic, but I think if Lando actually had damaged his car, I think there would have been much harsher consequences.
100%.
Yeah, that was really bad. I can't believe it.
Yeah, so our top 10 ended up being George Russell, Mercedes, Kimi Antonelli, obviously also Mercedes, Isaac Hadjar and P3. That was so impressive.
That was so good.
What did you think about that?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I was
same.
like, finally, I was like, maybe this Red Bull is not a piece of shit. And it's actually drivable.
Because it was hard to tell because obviously Max was out. And so, the fact that Isaac did so well was really impressive.
Yeah, I was really, really happy to see it. I have hopes. I know it's only race 1. But that was good.
Yeah, I think he's gonna break the curse.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Charles in 4, Oscar in 5, Lando in 6, Lewis in 7, Liam Lawson in 8, Arvid Lindblad in 9. Really good debut from him. That was crazy.
It was really, really good to see.
And then Gabby in 10.
Pretty good. I was really, really impressed.
Yeah, how did you feel about that top 10?
Honestly, really good. And I was very surprised by the Audi as well.
Yeah.
Like that actually kind of surprised me. I didn't think that they were going to do well.
Yeah.
And Gabby has really, really come into his own. I feel like he drove really, really well.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cadillacs did well as well. They were both eliminated in Q1, but like, I mean, to be honest, all weekend, Cadillac did pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really not as bad as what I expected.
Yeah, 100%. Like everybody had issues, I feel. Like so many engine issues everywhere all the time.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I left a point in my notes basically saying like it really looks like the drivers have to focus a lot on the battery and charging it up. Lando said, which I think is like a continuation of what you were just saying about Max. He said, I mean, Max is normally always right, which is
so
crazy from him, but whatever. I'm looking at my steering wheel. That's why I don't see the debris because I have to look at what speed I'm going to get at the end of the straight to know if I need to brake 30 meters earlier or 10 meters later. So that's also the problem. You have to look at the steering wheel every 3 seconds to see what's going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to end up off the track.
Yeah.
Like we said, we've come from the best cars ever made in Formula One and the nicest to drive to probably the worst, and it sucks. You have to live with it and just maximize what you're given. It's certainly different. It's certainly not like it was last year, and it's not like you push in this corner more because sometimes if you push more, you lose the battery and then you just go slower. So you just have to understand how to do things. Mercedes have obviously understood that. They would understand quicker than others because they're a good team and it's also their engine. They've understood more than we have and we'll get there. It just takes a bit of time.
Oh, really interesting quotes.
Really good quotes from Lando.
Yeah, I was feeling quite disheartened after qualifying, not going to lie, because I was like, oh, it just doesn't feel like why they're slowing down.
Yeah.
Like when you're supposed to be, hitting a chicane much faster. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of a bit disappointing to see how they were having to manage the car basically. And I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be fun. So wasn't feeling good after qualifying.
Neither was I. And then did you have any other points on quali?
That's pretty much it. My other line, so many engine issues.
Yes, so many.
Yeah, not great.
Because I think that leads quite nicely into the race, right? Obviously, we're feeling a bit disheartened after quali, and then before the race even starts, trauma. Again, the Australian curse hits us. Continues.
With Oscar going out in the formation lap. So my heart was broken, basically.
Yeah.
So I had the TV on all day, and I just went into the office for a minute, and then Zoe texted me. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I looked at the TV, and I was like, what? I was like, that's a little piece of orange. And then it like zoomed out at Oscar and I was like, that's got to be from something else. I was like, I can't have an accident. I was like, the race doesn't start yet.
Not for 15 minutes or whatever it was. Like far out.
Yeah, really, really not good.
No.
Basically, I just can't even talk about it. It was
so Oscar obviously crashed on the outlet for people who live under a rock before even making it to the grid. So
terrible.
He explained it really well afterwards.
Yeah.
You have the quotes, I'm pretty sure, if you want to talk to them.
Yep, I can read it out. Oscar said, "We had a bit of an issue out of the pits with no battery basically. With the actual crash, it was a combination of a couple of things. I think there was a large element of just me. and, cold tires, clipped the exit curb, and also had 100 kilowatts of power more than I expected.
Yeah.
So all of those things together, and unfortunately it ends in a result that we got. It's obviously just disappointing and a scenario that just shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, so sad.
Really sad quotes from Oski.
I also had another like quote from him. An interviewer had asked, how much does it hurt with it being your home race? And he said, yeah, a lot. It's a shame. I mean, things like that shouldn't be happening anywhere. But yeah, especially at my home race, it's obviously even more disappointing.
Oh, it hurts me so bad.
Yeah.
I saw on the lighter side of all this, I did see a really funny video from Matt and Tommy P1 podcast. And they were like, there needs to be some serious cleansing happening at that circuit.
We need to get the sage out.
Yeah, it's really bad. Just as a really quick Aussie recap for everyone, Mark Webber couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo, Oscar, all couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
So the highest we've ever had was like a P2, but it didn't.
In quali, you mean?
In quali, yeah.
Okay.
But
no podiums in the race, hey?
No, it didn't eventuate into anything.
Yeah.
So it's really heartbreaking for all of us Aussies and Aussie drivers.
Because Oscar obviously got P2 last year as well in quali, but it's just never eventuated into anything in a race.
No, it's just really, really sad.
No podiums for Australians.
No.
Australia.
But in saying all of that, the race was quite interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So before we dive into it, what are your overall thoughts?
Well, the first half of the race, I was like, hell yeah. I was like, okay, this is very interesting. I have so much to say and I'm just going to be getting into it like straight up.
Just go. I reckon just go.
So start of the race, amazing. The literal beginning of the race when the lights went out, unbelievable.
100%.
Charles, best start I have seen in such a long time. It was beautiful.
The Ferrari came beautifully off the line.
I knew they would do it. I knew they knew what they were doing. And then we had George, Charles, just swapping and changing for so many laps. And I was like, I love to see it, but it also felt really weird because it just felt like, I've got battery now. Well,
that's what I was going to say. Okay, what are your thoughts on this? Did you think it was actually better? Because I'm like, it's all artificial. And Lando also said that too, and I'll get to those quotes in a bit. But none of it's real. We're watching all these overtakes, but none of it's real.
Yeah, but I felt like maybe we said that with DRS as well. Like when it very, very first came out, people are like, So I feel like maybe it's something that we're going to have to get used to. It did feel weird. However, I thought it was really fun. And I love seeing so many overtakes.
I did too, but I think the magic of it wore off because I was like, it's what I mean when I say it's not real is it's like, well, somebody's obviously used all their battery up to overtake, and then therefore at the next corner the other person's going to have more battery, so they're just going to like overtake them again. So it's not real, like it's not a real true overtake
100%
based on skill or power. It's like, like I've just use more of my battery now. And so I actually think it's kind of harder. And it'll be interesting to kind of like reassess this in like 6 races time.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think it's kind of harder to actually tell where everybody stands because it's like, is Charles faster? Is George faster? We don't know because they're just constantly like tag teaming their battery until strategy separated them.
100%. So it's going to be really interesting.
Like Charles obviously got off better off the line, but then like, that's probably the only reason he stayed ahead of George. You know, like none of it's real. None of it's
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
It felt just a bit silly. But
it feels like kind of like Mario Kart, which is what they're kind of saying.
Yes, literally.
But,
but it's still fun to watch because you're like, oh, it's closer racing, and that's what this whole thing was supposed to be. So I was like, maybe I just need to look at it in some form of nice light because otherwise I'm just going to hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Australia is like a really like hard track to measure this by because obviously, like it's just like no good in terms of like the energy harvesting and stuff. 100%. So I think it'll be really interesting coming into China and some of the other races to see whether it's better. But it's too hard to follow. Like I think that, and maybe with races to come as you get used to it, it'll be different. But it's like, we don't know where everyone stands. Like we don't know who's actually doing well and who's not because they're just deploying batteries at different times.
Literally.
And it's not actually like racing. They're just,
I honestly agree. I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
I know.
But I honestly agree. So I hope it gets better. I wonder if they're going to do some rule changes, if maybe these regulations won't stay in. Like, I don't know.
It would be interesting to see. There's so many quotes from so many drivers.
So many.
But
which is really bad to see that they all hate it.
Yeah, well, I think everybody but Mercedes has come out like hating on the car. I did pull out some really good quotes.
Amazing.
So Lando said, so, you know, I guess on this vein, like when Lando was asked if the race was too chaotic, because actually that's probably what I feel.
Yeah.
Like it did feel like quite like chaos for no reason.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
It's not like there was like heaps of battles going on and fighting. It's like, anyway.
Yep.
So he goes, way too much. It's chaos. You're going to have a big accident, which is a shame. You're driving and we're the ones just waiting for something to happen and something to go quite horribly wrong. That's not a nice position to be in, but there's nothing we can really do about that now. It's a shame. It's very artificial depending on what the power unit decides to do and randomly does at times. You just get overtaken by 5 cars or you can just do nothing about it sometimes. There's nothing we can change about it, so there's no point in saying anymore, but not for me.
Yeah.
Charles was then asked in the driver's press conference afterwards because obviously he got P3 king. So they asked him about Lando's artificial quotes and he goes, I kind of agree. I think it will definitely change the way we go about racing. Before it was about who was the bravest and braking late, and now there's a bit more of a strategy behind every move. So I think that's kind of like what I was like meaning, you know, where it's like instead of being brave and it's none of it, there's no space for that anymore because it's like you just use your battery to pass. Like, you know.
No, 100% agree.
But I completely agree with you too.
Yeah. I'm just going to try and find some kind of enjoyment in it or it's going to be really,
it's going to be a really long
time.
3 years or whatever the fuck it is.
While we're talking about the start of the race as well, Franco Colapinto's near miss at the very beginning of the race.
That footage is crazy.
So Liam Lawson couldn't take off, which I felt really bad for him. Yeah. And Franco literally just goes bang, bang and dodges around him. The footage is unbelievable.
It's I have no words. Like, and like obviously.
She's speechless.
Well, yeah, but it's like, I obviously get that like, Franco's like not the greatest driver in the world, but the fact that like his reaction time was that good, like
it was awesome,
pretty insane.
It's always good to see, like, because obviously all their reaction times are amazing. That's always just really, really nice to see. So I loved that. And also I saw footage of when Oscar was walking back. There, like the camera was obviously following him because they're like T. But one of the Alpine team members were like telling them to stop filming him and like give him space. And I just thought it was so nice.
It was really cute. They're friends, did you know? It's his old press officer.
Oh, and makes so much sense.
Yeah, and they still play like Call of Duty together. They're like they're friends essentially.
So sweet.
Yeah. So that was really nice.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it was like a nice moment.
That's why he was so like, leave him alone.
Oh, I love that. It's so nice.
So what was your favorite battle of the race?
Well, I want to say that it was like Charles and George because that was really, really fun to watch.
Yeah.
But there was some other small like moments that I liked. Like there was a little like Arvid and Max, very short and sweet little battle that they had together, which I really enjoyed watching, like to see Arvid try and hold off Max.
Yep.
Because obviously, you know, it's at two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So that was like really cute to see. It wasn't long, but I liked it.
No, but it was, and then Arvid like came out after and he was like, well, I'm not going to just back off or whatever, which is really cool.
Yeah, he's like, even though I'm new, I'm still going to try 100%. Or whatever. It was really, really good. Yeah. What about you?
The Charles and George battles was my favorite. Like even though I just have been talking about how it's artificial, I still really enjoyed it. So yeah, that was really cool to see.
100% agree.
Who did you think drove the best?
I think Max drove the best.
Yeah, okay.
He started all the way at the back and made it so far up.
He did.
As soon as the race started, I was like, I just want to watch Max's on board the entire time because like this is going to be so impressive.
For sure.
And he did it.
Yeah, he did so well.
I was like, he's going to win. After the first lap, I was like, he's going to win.
I think my favorite was Arvid because I just think he held his own so well. Probably because he was not the only rookie as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really cool to see.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
I also think we should really quickly touch on the Mercedes versus Ferrari strategy, just really quickly.
Yep.
Because obviously I'm a Ferrari fan. When the race started, I was like, okay, we're on here, but Ferrari's going to fuck it up.
And I think we thought for most of the race that they'd fucked it up, but I don't think it'd matter in the end. Like, I don't think it would have mattered.
I don't think so, but I was like, God damn, why didn't you just pit at least one of you? Like, what are you doing?
I do think it was quite good that they were like, no, we have a strategy and we're sticking to it though.
Oh.
But like in the sense that like they have conviction now because you know like previously they'd been like we're checking like, and it's like no, this is what we're doing, and I thought that was really good.
Okay, I'll take you on that.
I'm now being the devil's advocate, but yeah, like still shit that they couldn't work under pressure, but I think they probably thought that was going to work out the one stop better.
Yeah, totally.
And they wanted to stick to it. And also like it was really interesting because it was like that was the first safety car. Like they were probably like thinking like, oh, there's going to be multiple safety cars, you know, like
100%.
Why would we put it the first one? There's likely to be another.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, like take advantage of the one stop as opposed to the two.
No,
so
totally.
They did take a gamble, but I thought
yeah. I guess it was like Williams too when they pulled over for the safety car and then it ended straight away. Yeah. I was like, cool, you double stacked for literally nothing.
Yeah.
I won't even talk about my fantasy league.
No.
That's in shambles, guys.
Yeah, Dylan was like sitting next to me. He was like, all of my people in my fantasy league have retired.
It was so bad.
So bad.
If you haven't joined our fantasy league yet.
Yeah, you should.
It's not too late.
Yeah, because it's really not too late.
I don't have many points.
So we had Alonso, Bottas, Hedger, Piastri and Hülkenberg retire from the race and then obviously a few laps behind.
Yeah.
But I was expecting more, so not too bad.
I was expecting more as well, but it still kind of shocked me because we just don't really see that many retirements these days, but it's going to become a little bit more common, I think.
I think so too.
Well, I think that wraps up the race just
100%.
Completely fine. We could go on all day, guys. There's a lot to debrief. But now it is time. Is it time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Now, Zoe was giving me a look.
No, I wasn't. I was just trying to get my notes up. Anyway, keep going.
And now it is time for a radio check.
Yay.
First one of the season.
Woohoo.
I'm so excited.
So good. Okay, you kick us off.
Okay.
I'm feeling nice.
Okay. I had a fair few. So I'll start with, I won't take the best one.
Oh, I'll be interested to see what you think the best one is. Anyway, you go.
Well, oh God, I don't even know where to start. Lando was complaining in practice. He was like, downshifts are all shocking. Yeah. And I was like, great. And that was like one of the first radios we heard of the season was him and Oscar complaining.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. Not a good start.
Not a good start. This one is not technically radio message, but I've added it in here because I thought it was funny. Sergio Perez on the grid to Martin Brundle, like on the grid walk, he goes, let's see how it goes in this video game race.
Which ties us perfectly into Charles' comments where he says it feels like Mario Kart.
Ah, you fucking took the best one. Damn it. I had that one too.
It's so true though. Like he literally, what was his exact quote?
He goes, this is like the mushroom in Mario Kart. Yeah. And then Brian goes, that was a funny one. His race engineer.
Oh, so funny, man.
I also have another one that wasn't in the car, but I added it in because it was kind of funny. Max, after the race, the reporter was like, did you enjoy it? And Max just goes, no.
I also loved Lewis's engineer of the radio. He goes, keep pushing, you never know. I was like, it's so nice. Which he was behind Charles at that point. So I was like, they're going to let them race. Yeah. Which is great. Yes. Really happy to see that.
I know it's only an interim race engineer, but this guy is already a lot better than the last guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Lewis, when he was like, my tires are still okay, do not box me at the same time.
I did love that.
That was good. I was proud of him for being more like forceful with what he
100%.
Yeah.
I did like low-key love George where he's like, I like this car. I like this engine. That was really funny.
Good. Also, Kimi, when he was asked if he could go to the end, he just like the race engineer asked him if he could like make the tires work to the end, and then he goes, that's going to be brave.
I love that. I did have that one too. Yeah. I also have just a screenshot that I saw on Instagram, and Max complained about the battery 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Really?
5 times. My battery is empty. My battery is not good. It's dying. And then the deployment just shut itself again. So yeah, really fun radios this week, guys.
So good. Carlos was also like, I can't race like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, it's all just like, they're all complaining about it, which is really interesting to be honest.
Really interesting.
Yeah. All right. Should we now move into the tea segment?
Absolutely. I'm ready.
Yay. Should we do one for one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll kick us off.
Yeah, please.
Charles Leclerc married. He had a little civil ceremony in Monaco. Wedding one of 2 apparently. The proper one is coming next year, which is so funny. I wonder why they decided to just get married.
Because they're like, hell yeah, I want to be married.
yeah. But that was really cute. The video made me so emotional.
It was beautiful. Yeah. They're so in love.
They are so in love. It's so cute.
I loved it.
Yeah, you go.
My tea's so different than yours. It's so funny. I had Carlos's comments when he was asked who's going to win the season. He goes, I'll say 2 names, okay? George Russell or Max Verstappen? And then Tom Clarkson was like, am I allowed to ask for any further reason? He goes, no, you cannot. And then laughed, which I thought was really, really funny.
There are lots of freight delays at the moment, obviously, all the conflict in the Middle East. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether we get the Bahrain and Saudi races this year. Who knows? Yeah. But it'll be really interesting to see what kind of happens, because we could go like the entirety of April with no races. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. But obviously there was like a lot of delays getting the all the parts and things to Melbourne too. Melbourne's, I guess the city of Melbourne and the Victorian government has put up their hand to say we'll have another race here.
They actually have?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was real.
Yeah. But I think it was just more like a off the cuff comment. Like logistically, I don't think that it would happen. But they've said we'll do another.
Oh, I'll go.
Yeah.
If you guys want to do another, I'll come.
Absolutely.
I don't, that's logistically completely not going to work.
Exactly. I think they would just, because they know that it won't eventuate. They can say what they want.
Imagine that, guys. Yeah. That's crazy. Last week I came onto the pod and I chatted about the conspiracy theory about how the driver who wins in Melbourne always suffers a DNF the following year. Yep. So we were waiting for Lando to DNF, but the curse is broken. The curse is broken. The curse is over. Yeah. There's not a stat for everything anymore. No, it's gone. It's gone.
That's okay though.
That's fine.
Danica Patrick is no more on the Sky broadcast, and we thought that maybe the Sky Sports F1, I guess company had done something about it, and finally, like taken somebody who likes to not be a very nice person off the air. But it turns out it was actually her decision to step away.
I didn't know that.
She said, from my first Sky race in Austin to my last 5 years later, I had such a blast and got to be part of a huge boom in F1. I called her after the last race in 2025 and said it was time for me to move on, and I was so grateful for the opportunity and experience I was given. And now due to my deep exposure to F1, I will be glued to my TV for the season like every other fan.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, see ya.
Yeah, fucking good riddance, baby.
The only other one that I had, which is not really tea, I just thought it was really sweet, was Ollie Behrman changed the bear on his helmet to a koala.
That was cute.
I love it when they just do little things like that. Yeah. I just thought it was so nice.
So I've got two kind of deeper ones now. So obviously there's all this drama around Aston Martin. We haven't really touched a lot on it, but they are in deep, deep trouble. Yeah. So they only had 4 batteries that they brought to Melbourne, and then at the end of FP1 they'd gone through 2 of them already. It was really dire. Adrian Newey, he's been quite honest about it all, which is really interesting as well. I think that's probably just his personality type. Yeah. But it's kind of come out that Aston Martin didn't visit the Honda factory until November last year, and that's when they realized how dire the situation was. So I don't know if you remember when Andy Cowell was everyone was calling it a demotion. But yep. Obviously Adrian Newey became the team principal and everyone was like, what's happening? But I think from what I can gather now is the Honda factory visit happened. Yeah. And they were like, holy shit, this engine is no good. And so Andy Cowell is an engineer by trade, I guess. And so they were basically like, you need to go and handle the Honda thing because it's really bad, and Adrian will step in and manage the rest of the team. Yeah. So it all kind of makes sense as it comes out, right? But apparently Honda, and this is not confirmed, but the rumor on the street, that Honda had been sharing selective data with Aston Martin beforehand, so they wouldn't know how far behind they were.
That's not very good.
No.
That's not very good.
The whole thing is a shit show. And obviously on the battery things, Tom Clarkson was asking in the team principal press conference, are you going to bring, are you going to ship more batteries here? And Adrian was like, there isn't any. We can't. There's no spare parts.
It's not good.
Yeah.
They're really in trouble.
Yeah. And so the only other thing was Max was also so basically on the Friday before the race, they had an FIA kind of drivers briefing in a safe space with all the drivers so that they could air out all their grievances and kind of talk about it in a safe space. And it was supposed to be completely private, right? And Max was complaining about the cars quite a lot, and it's been leaked to the media somehow. And that means that the only way that it's been leaked to the media is through one of the other drivers.
Who's the rat?
Who's the rat?
That's
Who's the rat? And actually, I've just remembered I didn't read one of my radios out.
Oh, yeah.
And it was from Max after the race. And it was Max goes, thank you guys. You worked really hard for this. You've done a really good job. This is super frustrating to drive, but thank you. And then GP replies and goes, frustrating as the drivers up front, Max, elated with this whole thing. Talking about George and Kimi. Ooh. So it's was it George that leaked to the press, like who knows? But apparently everybody in this press
crazy.
conference was complaining about the cars apart from George and Kimi. So
that's so
who
interesting.
knows?
Of course. Well, I always love a tea section. Also, if you guys can hear noise, the shop is about to open. So just bear with us because we are now going to roll into the by the numbers section.
Yay!
Take it away, Zoe.
The attendance was 483,934, which was really great. So they were hoping for 500,000 and they just came just shy. So hopefully next year, but that's still a really impressive number.
Absolutely.
So in the 20 years for which we have official data, the top testing team went on to become champion just 7 times. In other words, this happens 35% of the time. So obviously Ferrari kind of was the one to beat in testing, and like obviously Mercedes has come out as the favorite. So it only happens like 35% of the time, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So the lowest that a team has finished after topping testing was P5, and that happened last year because the Williams topped testing and then they went on to become P5 in constructors. So I thought that was really interesting as well. There was also 0.8 of a second between Mercedes and the rest of the field in quali, and 0.3 between George and Kimi, much wider than what we're used to. So last year, you know, they were a lot closer. Like there was like, you know, 1/10 of a second. And now we're talking about nearly a full second between one team and another. So it's pretty crazy.
It's also, I'm pretty sure Lando's fastest lap last year was 3 seconds faster than George's this year.
This is my next stat. So the fastest quali time this year was 1 minute 18 versus last year, which was 1 minute 15. So the cars are 3 seconds slower on a fast lap. This was the AusGP's 89th running and the 40th as part of a championship.
Wow.
And also it was Bernd Mailander's, the safety car driver's 500th Grand Prix.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Claps for Bert.
Claps for Bert. Also, just to wrap this up because, you know, it's just getting a bit loud in here. So we're now moving on to China in a very short time. So it'll be a couple of days after this pod drops. So the first Chinese Grand Prix was in 2004. The track length there is 5.45 kilometers. The most pole positions here is Lewis Hamilton with 6, and also the most wins with Lewis Hamilton in 6. The circuit is also designed to look like a Chinese symbol for Shang, which means upwards.
Oh, I love that.
Which is really exciting.
That's so nice.
So yeah, and the pit stop time loss here is about 23.9 seconds.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see.
Yep. I had one to add.
Oh, what have you got?
Well, so there was 120 overtakes this year at the AusGP versus 45 last year.
That's crazy.
So they said there was going to be more overtakes, and there was. So I'd take that, I guess.
We'll try and see the positives in it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we can just move on to who we thought was going to win and what our predictions were.
Oh, yeah.
So just to remind you, Remy, you said that Oscar was going to be P1.
Devo.
Carlos was going to be P2.
Devo.
And George P3. So
look,
no points.
1 out of 3 on the steps, I guess.
I said Oscar P1, Charles P2, and Lewis P3. So I also got 1 in the steps, but no points all round.
No points all round.
So what are you thinking for this week?
So my predictions for China this week.
Yep.
I think Max is going to take the top step.
Perfect.
I think George is going to be in P2.
Yep.
And I think Lewis is going to be P3.
Okay, perfect. No Charles?
Nah, I'm not going for Louis.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Zoe, what do you think?
All right, I think I'm going well, Lewis did pretty well at this track last year, so I'm going to go Lewis P1, George P2, Charles P3.
Oh, she's really a Ferrari girl this year.
I am. Oh, yes, I am. So it'll be really interesting to see. It's a tight turnaround to China now.
Yeah.
So we'll just see what happens there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited to watch it.
Me too.
At a normal time.
Yeah, I can't wait. We have so many races at a normal time. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up because it's time to get loud in here.
Very loud, yes.
So if you liked today's episode, make sure you click the bell on Spotify. You follow us on YouTube. You follow
Apple Music.
Apple, oh my God. All of the places, Instagram. Where else are
Twitter, TikTok. all the places at Pit Stop Procrastination, also Pinterest too.
Yes.
Come and see some behind the scenes footage and some video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for listening.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.